Hello and welcome back to Home with Home of Stars. I'm so happy that you decided to check back into the YouTube page. If you've not yet done so, please subscribe. We're always talking about so many things related to our lives as mothers and homemakers. And so of course, I'm just happy that you were here with us. Today, we're talking about how to get rid of an engorged breast, how to try to prevent mastitis as much as possible, or what to do if it does happen to you. Of course, I'm recording at home with Home of Stars, so if you hear any noise in the background, just remember that I'm a mom of 2 little rugrats, and that can sometimes lead to lots of little noises that I cannot edit out of the video. Here we go. So, very early on in my relationship breastfeeding Cruz Axel, I realized that something was happening with my boobs. I was producing so much more milk than I'd been used to producing with Cairo, and I remember one day just feeling this intense bit of pain in my boob. And I said to my husband, you know, I'm gonna need your help in trying to get this milk out because something's not right here. I came home, I fed Cruz Axel, I expressed the milk out using my Medela pumps, and I thought that everything would be okay. But as the night went on, I started to feel horrible. Now, let me just say to you that this was happening amid the COVID-19 pandemic. So when I started to get a sore throat, a headache, a little fever, I was definitely concerned about what was happening. Fortunately, I just had a conversation with another mom who talked to me about mastitis and the fact that she had a fever due to having mastitis. I looked it up and realized that sometimes having an engorged breast could lead to those things. My husband was diligent. He called the doctor right away, and the doctor said that, you know what, it's very likely that this is mastitis. Let's not panic about COVID-19, but come in and see me tomorrow. In the meantime, you've got to get that milk out. So here is what we did. The first step that you want to do if you do find yourself with an engorged breast or having mastitis is to take a paracetamol. Now, these drugs are safe for breastfeeding. They're also safe for pregnancy. And so if your boob is getting full and is very painful, take this to help and ease the pain. You want to take it to help ease the current pain, but also for the pain that's about to come. The second thing that you want to do is to make sure that you get some hot water on that boob right away. Now, the doctor suggested that I go into a hot shower. I just was not feeling up to it. This was about a week after Cruz had been born. I still felt pretty weak. And so what I did instead was to fill up a small container with hot water. And then I had my mom and my husband take that container, soak a warm towel in that, and just put that on the boob itself. As that was soaking there, I had my husband or my mom, either or, take turns and just kind of massage those lumps throughout so that the milk could come out under the pressure of that hot boob. And that's the third step. You're going to want to massage those knots as best as possible. It's going to be painful, but remember, that's why you took the paracetamol first. And you want to keep refreshing that towel if you're doing it this way, or if you're standing under the shower, you want to be doing the same thing. Go toward the armpit, massage it all the way out, and then push toward the nipple so that you get those knots out of the boob as soon as possible. Another great way to help with this is by putting pumps on. And so you want to put the pumps on the boob as you're using that hot towel as well, and that's going to be step 4 to try to get those knots out as best as possible. The other fourth step that you can take is to make sure that you're putting the baby on the boob as much as possible. So in that 24-hour window that I was having this experience, as much as possible, I tried to put Cruz on that one particular breast that was engorged, and that really helped with trying to loosen up those knots and making sure that it got all the way out. The fifth thing that you can do is to really a preventative step, and one that I've been taking ever since, and that's to make sure that I stick to my pumping schedule. Cruz eats around the same time each day, learn that schedule, and then I try to pump around the same time each day so that my body is doing something that it's used to, and that way it's not making excess milk that can't get backed up there. A great tool you can use to help with that is the Medela app because it allows you to record your feeding times. Well, I hope this video has been a help to you. Those are 5 different things that you can do to get rid of mastitis or an engorged breast. And I'm just going to run over those steps for you one more time. The first thing is to take a pain reliever that is breastfeeding safe. The second thing to do is to get that boob under hot water as soon as possible. The third step is to massage those lumps out of the boob as quickly as you can, and you can do that manually with hands, but also by using a pump like Medela. The fourth step that you do want to take, is to make sure that that baby is sucking from that boob as much as possible. And the fifth and final step to avoid it again, or to prevent it if it's not yet happened, is to make sure that you are sticking to a schedule. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and paying attention to ways that you can help to avoid this problem in the future. Breastfeeding is so important and can help our babies so much, but it can also be really painful for moms. So I hope this helped to ease that burden for you just a bit. Remember to send this video to anyone that you think that it will help. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more good stuff. Follow me on Instagram at Home of Stars for more info on life, motivation, motherhood, fashion, and faith. And of course, you can look for the details of this written out on my blog at anastasia.com. The link's below.